Would you drink dangerous bacteria just to prove you were right? Would you risk your own health just so the world would listen? One scientist actually did it. His name was Barry Marshall, and his experiment shocked the medical world forever. In the 1970s, doctors believed something very simple about stomach ulcers. They said ulcers were caused by stress, spicy food, lifestyle. Patients were told to relax more, eat bland food, reduce anxiety. But there was one big problem. Many patients followed every rule and still suffered from painful ulcers. That didn't make sense. Barry Marshall was a young doctor in Australia, and he had a different idea. He believed stomach ulcers were not caused by stress, but by bacteria. At that time, this idea sounded ridiculous. Doctors believed bacteria could not survive in the stomach. Why? Because stomach acid is extremely strong. It kills almost everything. So when Marshall suggested bacteria might live there, the medical community laughed. They rejected his research papers. They refused to believe him. But Marshall had seen something unusual. Under the microscope, he noticed spiral-shaped bacteria in stomach samples. These bacteria were later called Helicobacter pylori. Marshall believed this tiny organism was the real cause of ulcers. But belief is not enough in science. He needed proof. Marshall and his colleague ran experiments. They collected data. They showed evidence. Still, doctors said no. Medical textbooks said stress causes ulcers. Pharmaceutical companies were making money selling long-term ulcer treatments. No one wanted to change the accepted theory. Marshall was frustrated. He had the evidence. But no one believed him. So, he made a shocking decision. If no one would believe his research, he would test it on himself. In 1984, Barry Marshall prepared a glass containing the bacteria, live bacteria, the same bacteria he believed caused ulcers. He looked at it and drank it. Within days, he became seriously sick. He developed nausea, stomach pain, inflammation. Medical tests confirmed it. The bacteria had infected his stomach. He had proven that Helicobacter pylori could survive in the stomach and cause disease. After his self-experiment, the medical world could not ignore him anymore. More research followed. More studies confirmed his discovery. Eventually, doctors around the world changed how they treated ulcers. Instead of stress management alone, they began using antibiotics. Millions of people were cured, all because one scientist was brave enough to risk everything. In 2005, Barry Marshall received the highest honor in science, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. The same idea that people once laughed at won him a Nobel Prize. Barry Marshall's story teaches us something powerful. New ideas are often rejected. People resist change. Sometimes the world refuses to listen. But if you truly believe in your work, if you have evidence, if you have courage, stand by your idea. Even when others doubt you, even when they laugh. Because sometimes, the difference between crazy and genius is simply proof. And sometimes, believing in yourself is the most powerful experiment of all.